From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Oakland Raiders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Bootleg, it's Brissett, rolling to his right. That's complete to John Ross. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. The first carry for the second-year man, Joe Mixon. And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down throw for Brissett. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to face a third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
3 down. Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
They just get the play off. Now Brissett. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Hey, come on, let's go. Brad 38.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go. Brad 38.
2nd down, Brissett. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Let's go. White, 90. White, 90. Cut.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at the 31-yard line. The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
6:37. Monday, down. Later, 2. Waiting. What's up?
On play action, it's Carr. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Geno Atkins forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Well, the Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Hut!
And he'll power his way up near the 25. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90!
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90! Hut!
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90! Hut!
They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. 4-time Pro Bowler Derek Johnson. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90! Hut!
Brissett now on 2nd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Here we go! White 90! White 90! Flex round! Flex round! Hut!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Ross. And he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Here we go!
Now a play fake here on first down. Points the target, and he has it over the middle. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
Now Thompson. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards, and it'll make it 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go. What? 90. What?
Brissett sets to throw it. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. And Bullock will put this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. On play action. Now Carr. Incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Raider 2.
To throw again. Carr. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he's brought down after a good gain. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
That's it, baby.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this.
34. Monday, down. You're wide 93. 93. Go cheap. 29. 29. Right down.
On first down, Carr. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. On first, here's Washington. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They pitch to Washington. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And he's got his tight end, Cook, in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returning it, John Ross. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
First down, Brissett. Over the middle, complete. That's Boyd. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Brissett now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Gun, Brissett. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Get down.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on first down is Carr. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. An NFL update, second quarter now in Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start the drive in Washington. Gets around him, and he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, Washington. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Goes underneath to Martin. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Carr to throw again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Play action now. Brissett dumps it off to Mixon. And fighting down inside the 25. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Here's a give to Mixon. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! White 90! White 90!
They'll go option on second down, right side. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
The best thing that ever happened to Mario Edwards Jr., in my estimation, was moving from defensive end into defensive tackle.
Why is that?
I think he had such good size, but his quickness now is overwhelming when he works inside against guards and centers, and that allows him to make plays as one we just saw there, getting into the backfield and getting a tackle for the loss.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go! White 90! White 90!
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Oh, spinning away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Carr now on 1st down. This one caught left side by Cooper. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Carr. Roberts with it over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You take in charge.
And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They go play action here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time. Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run. Now Ross to return. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go! White 90! White 90! Flex round! Flex round!
Play fake. Brissett. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here we go! White 90! White 90! Ohio! Ohio!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go! White 90! White 90!
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. And the Raiders have got him. Derek Johnson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. A sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Single receiver.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A 1st down throw for Brissett. The quick slant caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order.
He's got a man, complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
All right, get set, fellas.
Carr to throw on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Here now, Johnny Townsend. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive. Back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Back to throw. Keeps himself upright to the left side here for Eifert. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Here we go. What? 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Try 38. Try 38. Ohio.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Garyon Conley. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Good to see this man running again. Here's Chris Carson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On the toss play, this is Washington. And some space here. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On the draw, Carr leads to Washington. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Raiders, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.